Hello, I'm Carissa Colasiopo, intuitive healer and coach, helping you calm your mind, your heart, and your body into a more grounded and healing state of being so that you can be who you're meant to be. So in this video, I want to talk about panic attacks. Have you ever had a panic attack? I certainly have had a few myself, and I've been around other people who have had them. It is a scary thing, and it can get very scary if you let it get too out of control. Symptoms are, heart pounding out of control. Your breath just gets very quick and very high in your chest, like, right? If it gets beyond that point, you're probably going to go into dizziness. Your environment looks like it's spinning around you. You feel like you're falling. Many symptoms, especially if it just keeps getting worse and worse. And what preceded all of that, you might know, is most likely chaotic thoughts that pivoted you into that chaotic way of breathing. And it can be very difficult to get out of it if you don't know how, if you're not training to do so. So I'll just tell you a little bit about my first panic attack. And it was when I had to take a math test. Well, math was part of the test. And obviously I don't like math, which is why I had a panic attack. So I get this test and I see that part, and yeah, it happened immediately. So what happened to me was my heart was just pounding like crazy. That was what was the loudest symptom. And of course my breath was just very tight. But luckily I had enough training at that time to at least know what was happening. So then I was able to shift the thought that caused it, which is, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this part of the test, something along those lines. And I thought to myself instead, it's just a test. It's just a test, right? If I failed every question on that part of the test, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to die. And I'm most certainly not going to be able to do well on the test if I'm having a panic attack. So I just kept repeating to myself, it's just a test. And at the same time, really simultaneously, I took very deep breaths. I'm just gonna guess about 5 of them before my heart started to calm down and match the tempo of my breathing. At first it was like I was just taking these very deep breaths and still my heart was pounding like crazy. And I just stuck with the breathing technique until my body matched the tempo, the frequency, and calmed down. And then, I kid you not, I got 100 on that test. So it's crazy how our minds can just spin us out of control, and most often over a lie that it's telling us. Those fears, they just say whatever they want, but they're not necessarily true. And even if they were partly true, it's like, is it really worth, losing your health, going out of control like that? Obviously not. So to train yourself to be able to get out of this situation next time in a more quick and efficient manner, and to be able to mitigate it happening at all in the first place, is to start to be aware of your negative thinking. And when you catch a negative thought, you rewrite it into the opposite positive thought. And even if you don't believe it yet, just get in the habit of switching those thoughts and rewriting those thoughts, because that is the first step. If you happen to be in a panic attack next time, is you notice the negative thought and you switch it over to a positive thought. And then the second step is to take slow and very deep breaths. And you're gonna have to practice doing this at home when you're in a normal, calm state regularly hopefully every day, so that you're ready if you need this. And most likely, if you actually practice this every day, you won't even have another panic attack. Or if you did, it would be very mild and you'd be able to stop it in its tracks really fast. So I want you to, I'm gonna go to the side so you can see. I want you to practice taking deep breaths and put your hands on the low part of your belly and your hips and really feel into that part of your body when you take a deep breath in. Deep and low, allowing your belly to expand like a balloon. Deep, low, and slow. And if you're not used to doing that, it's going to be hard at first. When I remember the first time I tried to teach my kids this, it was pretty hilarious. I told them, now breathe low in your belly, and they would literally do the exact opposite. They went like, it was so funny to me, and I had a hard time figuring out the right words to tell them. But you're an adult, so it'll be easier. It's low in the belly, so just train yourself to relax your abdominal muscles as you're doing this, and picture a balloon. Picture a balloon in your mind as you're breathing deep in your belly. And also, I like to tell people to pretend they're breathing in their hips, low and deep in the hips, because that will help you really get the air low first before it fills up to about your solar plexus. I want you to try to not breathe in your chest at all. It's okay if you do a little, but just a little bit, like, and then once the belly's full, then you allow the chest to rise just a little bit, and then you just let the air fall out. And those slow and deep and eventually rhythmic breaths will train your lungs to expand more and more, and it will be easier for you to do this, and it'll become more rhythmic and even more soothing as you practice this breathing technique. And it will just really help you be ready to be a warrior, you know, a spiritual warrior for your life, for your mental health, your emotional health, and for your body's health too. The stress is not good for your body. Eventually, everything manifests into the body. So if we can mitigate that by taking care of our mental and emotional bodies first, we will just be healthy and happier people overall, and a better example as well to others. If you can train yourself to do this for yourself, just think how helpful you will be to other people who are dealing with this. So many people deal with panic attacks to at least a mild degree, and many to severe degrees. So once you get yourself grounded down, you will be a rock for them, and it will just feel amazing for you to be able to do that, I promise. So if you would like help training to calm yourself and access your power to have a healthier, happier, and more peaceful life overall, then you can DM me or contact me through my website. And we could take this work even deeper in that fashion, through your subconscious, through your energy fields. I do Reiki, hypnosis, and coaching, all in these sessions. And it'll be a very powerful experience for you to be able to go deep to the root of the problem, the root of the cause of why you're even having these panic attacks in the first place. And that combined with the breath training, and you are going to be an amazing spiritual warrior for yourself and for others. And as a side note, I want to let you know that I have a new class coming up. It's starting this Friday. I'm very excited. It's called New Moon Magic Fun. Just like the title, it's going to be a fun class. We're going to do some breath work. We're going to do some manifestation work. get clear on your goals for the next moon cycle, and just do it in a fun way where you're gonna learn to channel your healing energy, your Reiki, your Chi, whatever you want to call it, your life force that runs through you. We all have it, and I want to show you how to access that through breath and intention, and with the power of the group, us connecting together. That will just amplify our healing energy, and I can't wait to experience that with you. Okay, happy healing, everyone.